Hello you, my name is Tika Boris, your entrepreneur and founder of Critical 2. First time being here, subscribe and keep yourself updated with all the content that we publish every single week. Because yes, we publish content every week, so you have something to be filled with. Here we talk about business, entrepreneurship and mindset, because like I already told you, it's what I believe is needed to take care of the problems that we find everywhere on the continent. And if you're a young entrepreneur and you believe too that business and entrepreneurship is the way to go, really subscribe and follow us, and keep yourself updated with all the content. Entrepreneurship is a world which is pretty challenging, but it's also a world that has a lot of benefits. And when you are present on the African continent, you quickly realize that for an entrepreneur to really succeed, it's a lot of hurdle, especially when it's very young. Because when you're young, generally people believe that you're incapable, so you have to prove yourself. And even when you prove yourself, there comes the question of which group do you belong to? Are you worthy of belonging to the group? And you see the importance of being part of a group, the importance of being part of an organization, of being part of a mafia, like I called it. And if you haven't watched my video yet about the mafia, I propose you do that ASAP so that you keep yourself really unfilled with that. But what I want to talk about today is something way different, because there's a challenge that many people don't usually talk about as entrepreneurs, and I believe that it's important for you to know that. And that challenge is that entrepreneurs have a lot of bosses. Yeah. Contrary to a salaryman who has only one boss who gives him all the orders of whatever he has to do, entrepreneurs have a lot of bosses. And today I'm going to tell you the different categories of bosses that entrepreneurs have. So I propose you stay to the third category, because I'm sure it'll be mind-blowing for you. Ready? Let's go. Hello you, like I told you at the beginning of this video, I'm going to tell you the different categories of bosses that entrepreneurs have, contrary to a salaryman who only has one type of boss. So the first type of boss that an entrepreneur has is the customer. When we build up a business, as an entrepreneur, it's for the need of solving a problem that people encounter, and that's where actually you create value, because you're offering services or you're producing a product that can take care of that worry of theirs. Now I remember when I was in high school, I had that business that I started because I understood that some people had a number of worries as far as certain things are concerned. I won't be disclosing what it was exactly, but I had this business, and it was really demanding because people needed high quality work for me to actually get the pay that I needed to get, and I was really in need for it by the time. So I had to work extra miles to actually achieve that. And when you are building up a business, customers aren't there just because of your charisma. Of course it plays, and many other aspects of you, like your communication or your tactics, how to present yourself. All of that plays, but they are there mostly because they want your problems to be solved. And once you're able to solve that, that's when you can get some loyalty. That's where you can get them following up on you and whatever thing you're doing. So if you're working for somebody, for that person to actually pay your services or keep yourself sustainable, because yes, a business has to stay sustainable, that person becomes your boss. The second category of boss that an entrepreneur has is the investors. When you're building up a business at the beginning, you don't usually need a lot of finances, because you are required to have some kind of savings which will help start something and be able to take your first steps into your entrepreneurial journey and build up your business. But if you're somebody who has a high vision, you can keep your business to a certain size. You need to grow, and there comes the need for investors. Investors, like it might be a private investor, or some kind of angel investor, somebody who just wants to invest in your business because he finds it quite profitable, or he finds it promising. You have banks, or you have any other type of financial institutions that can come and invest in your business, and that helps you to grow. But the thing is, when they come to invest in your business, it's not because of your beautiful face or because of your white teeth. You have to give them, their dividends. They have to be able to make profits, from the investment. And when you start working for them, there's a certain discipline that you need to have, because there are a number of entrepreneurs that we've seen today being destituted of their place because they weren't able, to render the type of work that was needed from them, because those guys are there for their money. Yeah, they are there to make business, not because you're handsome or you're beautiful. So you have to make sure that when you have an investor as part of your business, he becomes a boss to you. He becomes almost like an employer because he has a part of your business. So entrepreneurs have a second category of bosses, investors. The third category of bosses that an entrepreneur actually has is the employee. Yes, the employee. Because you have to be mindful that when you employ someone in your company as an entrepreneur, you not only pay for their aptitudes, you not only pay for their skills, you also pay for their time, which is the most important resource that they have, and also for the safety of their families. In a country like Cameroon, it has been recorded that for any person who is employed, his salary can take care of up to 10 people. So that means that if you have 5 employees in your company, you're actually taking care of up to 50 people. And if you're not able to pay the salary of such a person by the end of the month, you can be sleeping peacefully for having strikes, coming your way, and you know how detrimental it is for the image of a business. Let's even put that aside. Most companies that we know about today, had an excellent team, because the team is actually your most important resource to help you take your business to the highest level possible. And when a team member is not well taken care of, it can happen, and we've seen it a lot of times, that some employees which are not well taken care of or catered for, actually steal some of this company's secret and go and sell it, or even start becoming like a competitor to you. And that isn't very, very funny once that happens. So you have to make sure that you take care well of your employees, because they become bosses to you as an entrepreneur. The fourth category of bosses that an entrepreneur actually has is the business partner. Because yes, there's some businesses which actually need to be in partnership with other businesses to actually make things happen. Let's take an example like for supermarkets. Supermarkets need a number of other manufacturers or other businesses which are going to come and sell some of their products in the supermarket. And when that happens, they have to be able to give money back to him. They have to be able to pay back the money. Even manufacturers, some companies which manufacture a number of different kind of products, they need people who will be able to supply them the raw materials that is needed for them to actually make your products and actually make profit from it. But the thing is that when these guys are giving you the raw materials or whatever services they're offering, it is not because you are too good, or because I don't know for what reason they're going to give it to you. But the only reason that I know they'll be giving you such a thing is because they want to make money out of it. And once you have those type of business partners, you have to be able to honor the contract that you have with them, and they become bosses. They become bosses to you, because if you don't actually meet the requirements that you were supposed to meet within the amount of time of the contract, you'll be having serious problems. And the last category of the bosses that an entrepreneur has is the government. Because yes, when you build a business becomes like a separate legal entity. It's not much the same as you. And as such, it needs to be able to pay taxes. Because yes, as much as you're creating value in the community and everything, you need to participate to the growth of the whole country itself. That's why companies are required to pay tax. And when we have some companies that evade tax, they tend to have a lot of problems. I remember there was that entrepreneur in some country who was usually using the money in the company's treasury to take care of his personal needs and wants, buying cars, going on the journey, having some good times with his friends and whatever thing. But the thing is that the business was big enough, and it was employing a lot of people, and the business at some point in time wasn't making profits enough for the employees to be taken care of, for them to have their salaries as they were supposed to have, what happens is that the government entered into the equation and had to stop the guy from doing whatever thing he was planning to do. And that can be terrible, because at a certain point in time, if you're not able to change your habits as an entrepreneur or as the leader of the company, what happens is that the government will take you away from it, and they will place someone who is more apt at managing, the business. Because at a certain point in time, you have to understand that when you grow, when your business grows, it does not belong to you anymore, because so many people's lives depend on it, and you have to make sure that you're up to the game, so that the government doesn't intervene in your business. So we're coming at the end of this video, so I propose that you comment and let us know what I've missed. maybe I've missed, and to add more insights, and to maybe I'm sure I can learn from you. I'm sure you have many more elements that I didn't talk about here. Still, my book, my ebook is still available in the description bar, a very short ebook that you can read pretty fast, and will help you get the mindset to understand a number of things that is needed for you to know when you're starting your entrepreneurial journey. And I just want to say again that we're building a community here, and right now we're at the number of around 60, and I really want us to grow our community to reach the number of 500 subscribers. So share these videos with your friends, share this video with your family. You don't know, they might be changed, their lives might be changed by what we're sharing here, and you too, your life might be changed by what we're sharing here. So keep yourself really updated, and let's grow all together. See you in the next video. Ciao.